was there's the T-Mobile tower. Or I guess there's one in Columbus that's down or something. So her internet connection's kind of in and out.
I ended up telling she sent me a message too, and I ended up telling her that you had already told me, so she knows.
Okay.
She knows that you told me, and that I know what's going on. So, and
Yeah. I told her I was gonna touch base with you, so that way I can keep the show going in case she wasn't able to make it for whatever reason. But she's probably gonna try, but I think her internet connection right at the moment might be out.
okay.
So we'll see if she can. Hopefully she can get in.
All right. Now I've got everything set up. The streams are going. By the way it looks, it sounds good. I need to put my mic down closer to my mouth. That would be helpful.
Yeah, it sounded like you were kind of talking at a distance.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna test the audio real quick. Make sure. Yeah, I know.
There was now on my end, my image just froze up, but I can still hear you and everything, and you can still hear me. So
Okay.
I guess we're okay. I don't see Nancy or anything.
I'm actually. Oh, she's not in yet, but I'm actually picking up on you a lot better on this with using the browser than what I did the other way. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a major plus.
Dave said he'd be in too, so we have.
Okay,
He said he's
good.
they all run around in the same group, so
The same circles.
now
At some point, I'd like to talk to John Bell too. I haven't had a chance to talk to him yet at all.
no, you better hold on to your britches with him. He's hardcore. Now, before if your mom can't come on before she makes any plans for next week, tell her that next week, since it's going to be your guys' basically your season finale, that I'm setting that specifically up for you guys. No plans, and I'm wanting to do where I start talking to you guys on your thing about how you feel about what we've done so far and stuff like that. It's going to be all about you two, okay?
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Because this is your guys' first time out, so it'd be kind of cool to get a freaking episode of what your thoughts are and what you think about what we've done so far and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. So far I've really enjoyed it. I'm a little sad to be taking a break, but at the same time, me and Mom need to sit down and make a list of all the subjects we've discussed and all the subjects we want to discuss going forward, and kind of regroup, because we're kind of getting to a point with it where we're stumbling over ourselves right now with some things, and so it's a chance for us to regroup and come back with like a really killer Halloween comeback special or something like that.
That's
At least that's what I'm thinking.
No, don't give all that away. You're giving away all the goodies. You see, that's supposed to be for next week.
Oh,
that's the good stuff.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
You know, got all these people here. They're like listening in. They're like, heck, I don't have to come on next week. You just set it off for me.
Oh no, I got a lot more to say. I'm gonna get into the details. That's just an overview of really detailed things I want to get into next week. So.
I'm just joking. I always do that.
Oh, okay. Well, some people do that. You just give them an overview and they think you've told them everything, So.
Yeah.
Well, so if anyone's listening, I haven't told you. I haven't said everything.
There you go. See. Now, I sent a message on here letting Nancy know that we're set up and ready to go. So I should probably give the link. I believe it's the link. There we go. So I'll be right.
If it's the same link you sent me and Mom, it should work.
Yeah. I put the link in there in the freaking in the all new Cafe Enigma, Did you hear what
Okay.
happened to Mark? He moved into his
No, oh, the hurricane.
yeah.
The hurricane blew through.
Just
What did it take his new place out or something, or is it?
it just demolished the backyard and everything, the fencing and everything. But like 2 days, 1 or 2 days after he moved in there, man, it just came whipping right through there.
I know the Houston area has had massive floodings and recently. Is that around? It's around that general vicinity, right?
Yep, most
Because
likely.
it kind of tied with that.
Hmm.
Yeah, I know Texas got hit pretty hard, but the big hurricane brought some flooding and stuff with it.
Hmm. Oh, there's
So I think
David.
he was kind of.
Oh, there's David.
Yeah, yeah, I thought I'd pop back in. Hey, Austin.
Hey,
What's
Austin.
up? Good to see you again, David.
Yeah, well, I'm not on video. I don't do video.
I don't
Okay.
blame you.
Yeah, I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Yeah, I got it on just on audio. That's all. Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Sometimes
I'm going on
What's
coffee.
I going for a smoke break. Huh?
Yep. Coffee and smoke.
Okay. All right, I'll be right here waiting.
Oh, well, Roger's going to get his smoke. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's taking his coffee break and his smoke break.
All right. Nothing wrong with that. If you,
Yeah,
if,
I don't
if,
blame him.
if you got them, smoke them. You know. That's what
Yeah.
they used to tell us. Yeah.
Yeah, you might as well.
Yeah. You got cigarettes, Roger? You smoking or what? Or funny weed?
I think he's gone right now.
He's already gone. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
cigarettes. Like,
are you guys waiting for Nancy to come in also, or what?
yeah. The plan's to interview her tonight. Now my mom's internet connection's in and out because she goes through T-Mobile and there's a tower down in Columbus for some reason. So
Oh, okay.
she may or may not make it, but my internet connection's good enough to get in and keep the show going.
I just got in.
She just got in.
Oh, there you
Can
are.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I was just telling everybody I didn't know if you were gonna make it or not. So
Yeah, yeah. Well, she got the summer. Mary, you got those storms going through your area?
No, there's something going on with one of the towers around. They said Columbus, and it's affecting Franklin, but it doesn't seem to be affecting Austin. But he doesn't have T-Mobile, so
Okay.
I don't know.
yeah, I don't know if they use AT&T towers or not.
Hmm.
If they don't, that's probably why it's not affecting me really.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think.
It's been it's on. It's in and out all day, and I don't know why it's not showing the audio. I think it's on,
Yeah, your audio's on. I mean, it's.
but you can't see. I can't see myself. Can you guys see me?
No, all I see is
I
that
can hear,
we can
I
hear
can
you.
hear you, but I froze up a while back, and all I can do is hear people now. But my Skype hasn't caught up yet, so. But as long as I can hear everybody, I should be good to keep going.
That's
Yeah,
Just let me know if I go out of frame because I can't see myself either.
Oh, really? Because I see you fine, Boston.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know everybody can see me, but
yeah, we can see.
it. Okay. Yeah, the Skype froze up for me, so
Ah. Oh.
it'll
Oh,
unfreeze
it's my
eventually.
audio. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can hear you perfect.
you're
Can
pretty
you see
low.
Me though? 'Cause-
But I can't see you. Oh, there you are. There you are. Pops back
I
in.
don't see.
Oh, I don't see you, but I can hear you. And now I can see myself talking again.
Yeah, there you go, Austin. Yeah, yeah. I see more of you now.
Yeah. Yeah, I popped back in. And Roger, he's taking his coffee and his
not
smoke.
taking myself off. Okay, let me try now. It's just so in and out, and like they said it wasn't my actual internet, but you know, it's been like this all day. Like she'll just be watching TV and it just goes out.
Yeah, like you guys, your router is fine. Your router or your modem or whatever's working fine. It's just that tower is not connecting with it. So they're gonna have to do whatever they gotta do with it. Who knows? That could be God, days worth of work, depending on the
I
problem
don't know.
or the problems.
Hmm.
It's probably. I hope it's not like another cyber event or something like we had with that big AT&T outage back in March.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that, don't you, David?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I was hacked.
Yeah.
I was hacked just like you.
Okay. Yeah, we went into that last week. So.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we covered a little bit of that last week. Yeah. Well, we just lost. Well, what I got is a black. I got a black screen now for you, Summer.
I'm back, but
Huh. That's
I
really
know.
weird.
Well, I'm not seeing myself at all. I don't know what's going on. I don't.
You got the camera blocked?
No.
Yeah, sometimes you can't see yourself, but there. I think you're coming in. Oh, no. I thought your visual was coming in, but then it went back out again. But it's all right because I can hear you fine. So.
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Yeah. It's got a weak connection. Yeah,
Yeah, so you could drop out at any.
it is.
You could drop out at any minute. That's why I told Roger. I was like, she might be in and out. So.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised if she comes in and then she's gone again a minute later, you know.
So stupid.
Now we're hoping. Yeah, it is.
It's always something with Skype all the time. It's always something.
Yeah, Skype's kind of shaky.
Yeah.
Kind
Yeah.
I think I had better luck with the word.
Yeah. Yeah, well, me and Roger use Discord, and me and John too. It usually works great.
What is it that you use?
Discord.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
Discord?
Yeah, a lot of people haven't. I've tried to get a lot of people on Discord, and they're like, I have no idea what that is. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I've always
Yeah,
used
you don't get-
Skype. Yeah, I've always used Skype.
Can't get Roger. Yeah, tell Roger that you've never heard of Discord and listen to him go. He'll get into talking about how you can't get nobody to get on it. But I mean, I love it. I talk to him and old John on there all the time, and
Huh.
so.
Wow. She's gone.
Yeah, I think her internet went back out again.
Oh man, that's so frustrating. It really is.
Yeah. I'll keep things moving. Hopefully Nancy comes along here in a minute. Have you heard anything from her, David?
No, I haven't heard. In fact, I talked to Roger earlier, probably right around 8 o'clock or a minute before, and I told him he was trying to get everybody in, and I said, well, I'll pop back in later. So, and that's why I came back in at about quarter after or so. Because we got what does it say? 38 people listening online.
Wow, so that's a great start for this, you know, just right out of the gate, just to have 38 people listening.
That's what it says.
A lot of
yeah, I was watching.
You know, a lot of
Yeah, I was watching it as people were signing on, and I said, well, let me pop in there before we get too many people, and it says up in the left-hand corner on my screen, it says 38, so that's it, or 39 now.
that's really good, because
Yeah,
Well,
39.
Summer just came in, I think, and she just got recorded, yeah.
Yeah, there she goes.
yes, she came
But
in
it's not
and then dropped out again.
Yeah.
But it's not showing my audio. Told it to.
Yeah, we can hear you
We
perfectly
can hear
good.
you. We can hear you perfect. So that's now we're just kind of waiting for
It's
Nancy
so-
to get here. I don't know if anybody's heard from her.
I haven't
I-
yet.
I thought Roger was in touch with her, no?
Yeah, I left a message for her letting her know, but I don't think she's been inside of the Cafe Enigma today or anything.
No, I didn't see it when I went through it. I didn't see her in there. Yeah.
So,
She gets busy at times.
yeah.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Yeah.
It'd be really nice to actually get her talking with your mom, though, because, like, the conversations I've had with her, I really think Summer and her are going to have a really good conversation, being honest.
From the way what you've described, it sounds like they will. So I really look forward to hearing them talk.
I've got.
Hopefully.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, that's nice. That
Yeah.
would be nice.
Yeah.
Is David? Are you having bad weather?
No, we got beautiful weather down here. It's 83 degrees and it's blue sky, and the deer are out back. They're fat and happy. I fed all them. The turkeys are fed, and the birds are fed, and the squirrels are eating.
Sounds like the Garden of
I live in the
Eden.
woods.
Yeah.
I got 9 acres. I live in the woods. Well, not quite. Because, well, you do got the snakes. You still got poisonous, venomous snakes here.
Oh yeah, you have to have the serpent, don't you?
Nobody.
Yeah, we got the coral
I would
snake,
like
which is
that.
deadly, and the eastern diamondback rattlesnakes. They go up to 7 feet. They're scary.
Yeah, those things are wicked.
You want to hear the craziest part about that whole conversation, though?
Uh-huh.
You're more worried about the snakes after having that conversation about alligators last time. I mean, like,
Yeah.
you're not even worried about the alligators. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah.
I've been photographing the alligators for 8 years, so that's why I mean I worry about them, but I respect them.
Yeah.
Let's say that. I get.
The good thing about alligators, you can see them at a distance a lot better than snakes because they're way bigger. But snakes, they could be right there and you could step on them or something. So they're.
Yeah, they're kind of-
Sometimes the gators.
Unless I'm missing something.
Well, sometimes when you get down near the water, where I go in the swampy area, there's wetlands, and you get down there to photograph a bird, so you can just try to get eye level with them, and you forget to look in the water because the water can only be a couple feet deep. There could be an alligator just lurking right there, right where you're looking.
They're camouflaged pretty
Okay.
well in the water.
Yes,
So
they are.
if it were me, I probably wouldn't go into the water because of that.
No, I don't go in the water here at all. No, not anymore.
Okay, I was gonna say because one of these days you go into the water, you might go missing and never be seen or heard from again.
No, trust me, that
Exactly right.
that stuff happens too.
Yeah.
What was that old song about? What was it? Amos Moses from the '70s about the sheriff that went into the Louisiana swamp trying to catch that guy that was illegally hunting alligators, but the sheriff never came out again.
Oh boy.
That's crazy.
Remember that song, Roger?
Yeah, I do. I remember it.
Oh God.
Amos Moses.
Now, see,
Yeah. Well, the two that I worry about is Goliath. He's at 1 over 13 feet and 800 pounds, and then we got Stumpy, and he's about 12 foot. And Stumpy had his foot bitten off because the males eat the baby alligators.
Yeah, they'll eat their young.
Yeah, and the
You get
females.
the females mate with them.
Yeah,
Again.
and then the females
Yeah.
defend him, and then they bit. That's how he became Stumpy, because she bit his foot off about 3 years ago.
now, see, I can't freaking listen to that song
Oh my
because
God.
my sister's name is Amy, and we used to
Yeah.
pick on her. We used to
Oh.
call her Amos Moses.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Jeez, Roger.
That's funny.
She
Oh, my
she
God.
she used to hate us. we
Back
call,
when that song was a big thing, she'd turn on the radio and be reminded of it.
yeah, so it's pretty
Yeah.
traumatic for all of us. She's my older sister, so I used to get my ass whooped a lot by my sister because I actually learned how to fight because of my sister. Believe it or not,
Oh, good.
like she'd whip my ass and freaking I'd cry to my dad and he'd be like, "You get your butt whooped by a girl, go out there and take care of the job." And I'd end up getting
Yeah.
my butt whooped again. she nothing worse than an older. She's a year older than me.
Oh, was she?
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, at least she's not younger than you, Roger. Now that would be really hard to take.
My little sister kicked my freaking
It'd
front.
make it even worse.
My little sister kicked my front tooth out, man.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
We were going to Sunday school, and you know the trick that they used to have, like with your sister, whenever you get in a car and they sit on your lap and you tighten up your leg muscle.
Yeah.
I used to do that to her, and one day, freaking, she got so pissed off at me, she stood up on my knee and kicked me right in the face, dude.
oh.
I never
Oh my
did.
goodness, she must have been kind of mean.
Oh, she was. That's the way we were raised. We were raised like
You're raised mean.
we were raised
Yeah.
like wild animals, and
I guess you didn't do that to her anymore, Roger.
yeah, that was the last time I did it. Freaking, and I swallowed my tooth so the tooth fairy wouldn't give me my change. You know, that's why that irritated me more than anything else.
Oh my God, that's crazy. That's funny.
Austin's sister used to do mean stuff to him, but mostly her friends would put like sand. Was it sand? That gritty stuff. in
Yeah.
it.
They put Zans and Jacks and stuff in my bed.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
rough. That's rough.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I had to get all that. I'd have to take my sheets and shake them out and stuff.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's awful. Awful feeling.
Oh,
My nieces
Yeah.
do that too. Actually, I thought about that. I have a nephew. He was younger than him, a lot younger, and like they'd have him freaking eat bird seed and shit like that.
Yeah, they'll do weird stuff. Yeah.
I got him to pick his. I got him to where he'd let me pick his nose though. That's something that's really hard to do. Is you get another person and let you pick their nose.
Well, I know. The worst thing she did to Austin though was when she was in high school, because her dad and I went on vacation, and she was breaking up with her boyfriend, and she had a different boy than year, and her boyfriend showed up, so she was acting like the boy that was there with her was one of Austin's friends, and this kid was not the type of friend that Austin would have. And Austin, he like called me. We got to South Carolina. He's like, I don't know what to do, because if her, the one she's breaking up with, if Josh finds out this guy's with her here, he's gonna beat him up. And I said, well, you just have to go along.
Yeah.
Act like it's one of your friends. Act like it's somebody
There's
you
that-
met somewhere.
yeah. I had my bong out, so he went up there, and I had my bong sitting out, so he came up there and stood next to me while I was smoking out of it, and acted like he was hanging out with me, smoking with me, and
Oh my God.
Those are the good old days.
we're the
I was like, I don't
Man,
know
I
if
had-
can believe it. And then she had to get rid of her old boyfriend. And
she hid that same guy in the trunk one time and drove him over. She hid that same guy in the trunk one time and drove him.
Really? She put him in a
I
trunk.
think that
Might
was
have been the same. Yeah. Yeah, she hid him in the trunk, and she showed him where the latch was, so nobody knows she had brought him over or something. But he actually agreed to get in the trunk, and she just told him if he started suffocating to pull that
Well, that was
emergency
because
thing.
she was hiding him from
Like,
Yeah. Well.
well,
yeah, I guess.
And usually it wasn't that hot. But her dad and I were leaving that night, so she brought him over, and she didn't want us to know that she was seeing him, because she was breaking up with her other boyfriend, and we were leaving on vacation. So she left
Oh.
him in the trunk and took off to the airport. She got him out. But then, like I guess the next night when she's there with him, you know, her old boyfriend comes over and she has to act like there's not a guy there.
Oh my gosh.
Good stuff like that.
Yeah, it was a whole debacle. It was a
Wow. That's-
Man,
that,
that's a rough life in Ohio, dude. Like,
yeah, it rivaled some of the crazy stuff I did.
see,
Sure.
I'll tell you what, dude, that's worse than the '70s show.
Yeah, there was always a lot of drama, and she was about 2.5 years younger than Austin. So, any of his friends that he'd bring over to play music, liked her because, and so instead of playing music, they'd be running around trying to see her, and she was too young, and so it was a lot of issues.
Well, apparently they weren't.
That's for,
They weren't apparently
That was
seeing
fun.
eye to eye with you. You know what I mean? They're like, she wasn't too young for them.
no.
Yeah.
That was part of the reason I gave up trying to get a band together. That was one issue among many others, you know. And then
My
a
little
lot of those
sister.
guys were also drunk and high continually.
Oh,
I,
gee.
I'd at least try to wait to get drunk and high until. I at least try to wait to get drunk and high till I had done something, achieved something with the music. But you know, some of those guys, they show up baked, half baked, and keep getting baked even more as they went.
Well, you
Especially
heard
that one
John's.
guy.
You heard John when he was talking about he had his big break and everything. And they freaking started out going towards that freaking music thing that they were doing, and all went good until they all got freaking drunk. And it was like by the time they got there, freaking they were drunk as shit and everything. Couldn't freaking play good. And like that came right out of John's mouth. Like,
Yeah, that kind of stuff happens. You gotta watch that.
Yeah.
You know, at least with me, that was going on during practices. It wasn't like a big gig that could really take us somewhere, and we screwed it up like that or nothing.
no,
Oh, so you played you had a band in Austin, or you still playing the band?
oh yeah,
No, I don't have a band right now. I'm just a
Oh.
one-man band
he
myself.
he does play
I
though.
play.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I play. I'm I'm constantly writing and recording and stuff. Roger's actually interviewed me for his music series a couple times.
Yeah.
Good.
That's what I was getting ready to say, man. If you're like musically inclined, David, and you want to do that, we do stuff all the time together when it comes to music and stuff.
No, I am not musically inclined to get that.
Hey, come on, man. I'm sure you
that's
can
always
sing
been
about
bad.
something. Like you're surrounded by rattlesnakes and shit.
I have a 5-string banjo, and I take a lesson every 10 years. So I figured the next lifetime I might be pretty good.
I figured you'd
Yeah,
be.
you'll get there.
I mean, no, I'm not musically inclined. No.
I figured I'd say it. I thought you might have had some kind of experience, you know, being out in the middle of the glades and shit, and surrounded by gators and big
No,
old.
I got that. I live in North Florida. I don't live in South.
Oh, you
Florida. I
don't
live
live down there? Okay.
No, I'm up in North Florida where there's gators. This state's we got over 1 million alligators in this state, so they're everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they're a dominant species down there.
Oh,
I think the world's oldest crocodile might live down there too. I saw a video of him not too long ago. He's like 120 years.
wow,
He's like
yeah, that
120 years old or something.
yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Yeah,
How do you know that old? How can they tell?
Huh? I'm not sure how they can tell how old he is, but
no,
they
I
might know.
no, I have no clue how they tell. I don't. I just photograph them. I don't worry about them. I just keep my distance from them. Except sometimes I was sitting on the side of a hill of the trail one day, and I was the only one out there. And this whole acre is like 125 acres. and there's all different ponds and cells that they call them, and I s- and the trails got rocks on them, and I forgot that I was on Stumpy's trail as I was photographing this Lee Spitter, and I heard these rocks crunching behind me. So I got up
Yeah, they're
very,
Oh my
territorial.
God.
I got up very slowly and walked away, and then I got about 30 feet away before I turned around. And I didn't. You don't move fast because then the animals they strike at you because you're a predator.
Yeah,
Yeah, you just walk
Yeah.
away. And,
they'll. If you start running, they'll chase.
absolutely, yeah, they'll chase you right away. And yeah, that was the closest encounter I had with Stumpy.
That right there. See, that's the
It
good.
was
That's good
There
stuff.
was one lady I was teaching to photograph out there a couple of years ago, and she went. And there was a female guarding her nest in the water. They got the nest mound on the land, and then she stays in the water. And this lady went. She says, "I'm going to go down there by the water and get a picture of this alligator." And I said, "That's not a good idea." And then the thing, she got within 5 feet, and it opened its mouth and started hissing at her. And I reached down there and grabbed her collar and drug her back up before she got killed. Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh my God.
yeah,
That's,
yeah. I
that's
don't.
messed up.
If they
You
get
don't
into
trust-
the water, they'll sting you.
Yeah,
Yeah, they do like death roll.
yeah.
They get
oh,
a
it's
hold
like-
of you, pull you down, and then they do that death roll. And when they do that, it's over.
Yeah. Well, that little.
Yeah, they have to have water.
They had a girl about a few years ago got 11 years old. An alligator grabbed her. It was down below Orlando area, and it was dragging her in the water and underwater. And before the death roll, she stuck her fingers in the nostril. How she did that, I don't know. It was like a 10-foot alligator, and they can't breathe, and their nostrils are right at the end of their snout. And they're up, and she stuck her 2 fingers down there where he couldn't breathe, and he opened his mouth, and then she escaped.
Oh my goodness. Lucky.
And
Wow.
I can't even
Lucky
imagine.
shot.
I would be panic mode. You know what I mean? Who knows? How do you think of that? And that's what she did. She learned-
Maybe somebody told her to do that.
Yeah, but when it's just like what you said, Austin. When something grabs you like that and they do the death roll, you're not thinking about
No.
snout.
And they do that death roll really, really quickly.
Yep.
I mean, it's not a slow process.
Seconds.
Yeah, it's only seconds. They used to do a big spin around with their huge bodies, roll
Yeah.
completely over
Yeah,
and throw you head over heels.
yeah. I photographed a gator, about a 10-footer, grabbing a great blue heron, and it lasted 6 seconds.
Damn.
That was
Oh yeah,
It was that quick. 6 seconds, it was all over. I mean, it was
yeah.
from
It's
life
over
to
with
death.
very.
Yeah.
It's over with very quickly.
Yes, it is. Yeah, yeah. And then you know what he did? He swam across this one area and then came back towards where I was at, and he about 20 feet away, and he stopped and he looked at me to show me his trophy. They're amazing
Yeah.
animals.
That is
like-
insane.
Yeah, you just don't trust them.
I told you guys about whenever I tried to run away in Florida, right?
No.
I tried to run
I don't
away,
know.
and I was living in a little town down south. It was called Lake Placid. And,
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah.
and down there, man, whenever I was living there, there was a freaking place called 6 Mile Creek. It was a dairy farm down there, and it was just on the outskirts of Lake Placid. And I freaking was living on a dairy, and I was mad at my mom and dad, and I went in and got some clothes, put it in a bag, and I was walking down this freaking side road that I knew to get out of this area. And the only way to get out of there was over a bridge. So I go to the bridge, and by the time I get there, freaking my mom and dad are pulling up, and they freaking caught me trying to take off and run away, right? So I was gonna be smooth and drop this freaking pillowcase over the side with all my clothes in it, And and they said, get in the car. And I looked over and said, first let me get my clothes. And I looked over the side of the bridge, and this bag was surrounded by like shitloads of freaking alligators. And
Oh my God.
I looked back at him and
Oh,
I said, never mind, dude. And I just fucking left them. I was like, I'm not going to get those. So that was
nope.
that was my first experience with alligators. I just,
Hey Roger, how old were you?
oh God, I was, well, I know that I was in the 7th grade. No, yeah, no, the 6th grade or the 7th grade. So I was a little 6th grader, and
Yeah.
I was going to Lake Placid, and
Yeah.
I don't know what is that'd be what, about 11 or 12.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Between 10 and 12.
Yeah.
somewhere there. Yeah.
So
Well, it's a good thing you didn't go down and retrieve your clothes, or you wouldn't be sitting here.
well, I was smart enough
Yeah.
not to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was smart. The same place too where I lived there, the weird thing I remember was like people freaking actually try to turn alligators into their pets.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, you have that sometimes.
This one guy I knew, he had a pet skunk and he had a pet alligator. Okay.
An alligator probably ate the skunk.
Yeah. Probably.
No, I don't think anything wants to eat a skunk, to be honest with you. Like freaking, and the thing that gets me about skunks are they're very prejudiced. Like they stick their noses up at everything, but alligators freaking, are pretty screwed up, man. Like
They're really not very aggressive animals, are they?
no skunks.
From what I've seen.
Are you talking
No,
about
they're
alligators?
not
Because our
aggressive.
dogs used to kill them all. Huh?
Somebody's.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I think.
Yeah,
No.
it went in to get to
Our
the
dogs
mode or
used to
something.
kill 'em. We had 2 dogs.
Yeah. Here we go.
Huh?
Somebody put it in together mode. Now I could do large
I don't know
gal.
who did that.
Oh, is that what
I
happened?
thought you were. Yeah, I thought you were the only one that was able to change it to.
I don't.
I thought you were the only one that was able to change it to together mode, Roger.
No, I didn't do it.
I didn't do it either.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it's-
What anybody can.
I don't know what it's doing.
It did that before, so like with Mark Edworthy, I got a good snapshot of him in that same thing. It sometimes pops in there. It's weird.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
weird.
I don't know.
Yeah. I went in
We
the
had a dog,
chat.
she would, huh?
Huh.
Huh?
I got a notification.
I don't know why it's not doing my video because it's saying it's on.
Oh, really?
Weird.
Oh, you can't see yourself.
Right here it says audio's on and everything. It's the audio and the video.
Now,
Then what do you?
check your permissions up on top where it says microphone allowed. Well, you're not on a computer. You're on a phone, aren't you?
Oh, me? No, I'm on a
No,
laptop.
iPod.
Yeah.
I'm on an iPod.
No.
Oh, I'm on a laptop, an old Latitude laptop.
No.
Nah.
Now
Yeah, my,
I'm on just, but usually I did this last week. So I don't know what's going on with it, but
yeah, that's right. It
I
did this last week. Yeah, it did this. I remember now. Yeah, it did it last week also a couple times.
I think it's just our connection's so weak. It says it's weak here, so
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
you know.
I don't see anything indicating anything on your profile and stuff now.
Oh, now it's giving me on
So-
the side every say.
So we're recording right now, Roger.
We're streaming. We're not
Okay.
recording. So, if nothing else,
Okay.
we'll have a cool freaking stream of
Pre-show.
yeah, and then
About alligators.
hey,
Snakes.
Yeah.
It's good.
hey, you get what you can get, man. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know what I mean? How many people get to hear about freaking alligators and freaking in Florida? You know what I mean? Come on now.
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
very.
Not a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's a misconception that a lot of people have about alligators, like you guys were talking about just now, about how they're not really all that aggressive, you know, and I know that's true. Like they're not really as aggressive as people think they are.
Right.
You know?
Except when
Yeah,
they're-
you kind of. Yeah, you kind of got to go into their domain for them to get you. They don't come out of their territories
yeah.
they establish for themselves.
Yeah.
Well-
But they when they eat something, they eat a lot, and then they lay around for like 20 days before they go and eat again. So you know,
Yeah, yeah, they
like-
don't really seek out food, and once they've had their fill, they just
That's right. Yeah.
they just lay around.
Well, you know
Yeah,
what's
'cause
just
they eat a lot of fish down there where I'm at, where I go to photograph them also. And
you know what's the scariest thing
that's-
I've ever seen when it came to alligators? We were freaking driving down a gravel road, okay? And all of a sudden, an entire freaking herd of these things came out of the freaking woods. And they were crossing like
Oh.
sheeps crossing this freaking gravel road, dude. And our car was like right at the edge of it.
oh man.
And a lot of people don't know that either. They don't know that these alligators, they travel in herds, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
They travel in herds. That's
Big
probably.
swarms.
Can you imagine, like, just walking out in the woods by yourself and all of a sudden a herd of freaking alligators come out of nowhere?
Scared shitless.
There's a place down not far from where I go, and but a ranger. It was a few years ago. A ranger that I knew from where I go at, and she says, "Well, why don't you go out to this? It's called the Chua Trail." So I said, "Well, let me go out there because the bald eagles were out there." And I said, "Well, I'll get some shots of the bald eagles." Anyway, and as I walked off the boardwalk after a mile walk in there, I thought I hit a portal and I was transported into Africa. Because there were 400 alligators. 400.
Nah.
And you're walking along the trail, and they're right level with the trail, right where you're walking, like 5 feet from them. And they're all lined up like logs. Scary. I was very concerned for my life. I'm telling you. Very concerned. Yeah.
That is weird. Freaking
Well,
summer.
now it's got me like on here. Why? You guys.
No, you're still on here. You're just on another. What happened was is
Yeah,
somehow.
she came in again. You
Yeah.
got a yellow circle this time.
Yeah, you came in again on another
Yeah.
thing, and it.
What am I supposed to do with it?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but that's the only
Yeah.
one. The new one's working, Summer. That's it. That one's working.
I'll just
Now you're
remove.
gone.
I removed that one from the call.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it says Roger Hansen kicked out Summer from the call.
No, are you still there, Summer? Oh, I kicked the wrong one
I
out.
think
You kicked the wrong
I
one.
think you accidentally kicked.
You should have kicked the blue circle out.
Here, let me go ahead and do that. We'll get her back in.
Oh, you took them all off. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and tell her to come back in. Something was weird there when it did that. That's
Yeah, that is weird. Wait, I've never seen that happen. Yeah.
well.
Yeah, you were trying to remove the one that went bad, and then you accidentally kicked her out.
Shh, don't say nothing. Don't tell her that.
Oh, I won't. Okay. She's not here right now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Don't say nothing when she comes back in.
Yeah. Oh, there
I
she's
came
back.
back.
in.
There you
She's
go.
back on. She got
I
pink.
don't know what's.
There you go. I kicked the wrong one out. I'm sorry, Summer. I
That's no. I got out and came back in anyway, so I didn't.
I was telling your son not to say nothing to you, and I felt guilty, so I had to just spill the beans. I'm not good at lying.
I've never had it on the video. It's so weird. this whole thing was weird tonight, like I said. But yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
The whole, I said the last 2 weeks are stuff happening with the internet and stuff in my house, in my car, everything.
Wow.
Microwave. Like that. And then every time I try to get into a password or my passwords, I have to change them because it messes everything up, you know.
Well, I'm gonna mention this to you. I was talking to your son Austin about that before you came in here, and Dave, you might want to check this out too, because this is like proof of what I'm talking about. Okay, you've heard of how Nancy talks about her incidents, right? Now, before we interviewed you, we were trying to get Nancy and Summer on at the same time, her and Austin.
Okay.
And there was like crap loads of problems that we were having. We couldn't get those two in, and the moment, and the moment freaking Nancy left, boom, freaking, all of you guys just popped right in on my chat, and I've actually got it on stream.
Yeah.
If you guys go and watch that last stream that we did, not the recording, but the stream that we did last week, you'll see it. It was like right after freaking Nancy had left, freaking you guys just popped right up on the screen.
Now, what's the difference
Right.
between a stream and a recording?
A recording is like you got an actual video on your computer that you're recording.
Yeah.
As opposed to a stream that just gets recorded on YouTube or
Right.
a video platform itself. Okay. That
Now,
makes sense.
I personally like to record and stream at the same time, but there's some computers that can't do that. Like people, so I don't suggest it to everybody. Just if you have a computer that can do it, that's the best way to go.
That's
I have
interesting.
my computer, but I haven't been using. I could probably do better for Skype. Like I said, with all these internet problems. Yeah, it's like we're crossing. We're not supposed to connect right now. There's something.
That's what it seems like.
Well, you know, Roger, last week on Mark's program, Nancy was saying that she can walk down the sidewalk and turn the lights off.
Right.
The
Exactly.
street lights.
Yeah.
Well, I had to go about that. The sliders. Because my daughter's like that.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
That's
see,
cool.
Yeah, that was like the second or third episode of this show we did, I believe. The one about sliders.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't know what they were. Actually, I never knew until I started kind of seeing it with my daughter. And then when I worked at Miami, one of the professors said he was like that too. He said he could never wear watches, and his computer would get messed up if he was upset or something. So yeah, she would walk under streetlights if she was mad or upset, and then they'd go off.
toaster ovens will freaking start blowing up.
Toaster oven.
Did any toaster ovens spark
Well,
up,
light bulbs, especially.
Summer?
No, but she put she had light bulbs blow out her light bulbs would blow out in her room a lot though. They go
Wow.
out. It's just depending on if she was upset, you know.
Yeah.
And then when she was moving, it was weird too. She's highly emotional, so she was pretty emotional. You know, she moving into stressful. I told her she had the old player, you know, the CD player and stuff. It was unplugged, and so we were packing stuff in her room, and you know, she was getting stressed out, and then it just came on. There was an old CD in there. There was a CD in there, and it started up, and I was like, "Well, I thought you said that was off," and she's like, "It is." She's got a lot of, like, I guess it's electricity or something.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So what's our? I guess if Nancy's not gonna make it tonight, what's our plan for the show? We're gonna do like a part 2 interview with David since he's here.
Well, technically, we've
Well,
been.
this could be a show.
This could be. That's
Or
what I was
David
getting ready
cover
to say.
everything he had to. Huh? What?
I mean, technically, this
Kind of a
could be
show.
the show because, like, we've got like
Yeah.
49 minutes of freaking content, and it's good
Right.
content. It's
Yeah,
not.
we could-
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Alligators. We're
Well,
talking
yeah.
about alligators.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
next week we're doing the season finale for Summer Todd too. So freaking, that's one thing I was talking to Austin about Summer. Don't make no plans because I want to start it out with a topic on just you two because this is your first year out, okay? And I want to get your guys' take on what you think about what we've done and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, no, I'll go into detail with what we're planning to do, like over the summer between on the break with it and stuff, with other series, with me and Roger and stuff, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
Because we got a lot of pipeline. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not giving any goodies away, like Roger would say. You know.
Yeah, don't.
I'm just saying, there's a lot in the pipeline, as Roger knows.
Yeah,
I there's a
told
lot
him.
going on with me and John now musically too. So that's another big thing that's going to be going on that I'll get into some detail about next week.
No, we got to figure out how to let your mom cause more trouble though too, because like she's gonna be like on vacation, so she ain't gonna have nothing to do.
No. Yeah, really. Yeah.
So what do you take the whole summer off then, Roger?
Summer is in Austin from this show until October.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Roger.
Because
I mean, we could do it, but
I just don't want them to burn out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we're getting to a point where we need to like regroup with like the topics, but between the topics we've already discussed and the topics we need to discuss in the future. So we kind of got to get a plan together to take the show forward. Right now we're kind of stumbling over ourselves a little bit because it's coming at us pretty quick. So it gives us a chance to group and come back, better than ever. And maybe have Roger get some guests lined up for us.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
We would just talk about paranormal stuff in the beginning. It's basically things that I was going through it with old John, which was, and I don't know if you know him, but I was kind of going through from my childhood up some of the paranormal experiences that I had in most of the houses I've lived in and some places that were. It was going along pretty well. Then Roger took it over, and I kind of forgot what I told John, and it kind of got, a little messed up. But we had some really good subjects. We tried to have.
We made it work really good, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did sliders. We did the thing with sliders, and.
Well, I noticed one thing with. The mysteries at Miami University that Ron Taman and disappearance, and then the thing in Hamilton where the guy Rupert killed his family and the other guy. One thing that I noticed you like too that you need to think about too, Summer, and that's murder mysteries.
Wow. Yeah, that's cool.
She likes murder mysteries.
Murder mystery dinner theater.
She
Who done it?
Yeah.
You go and walk it.
There's unsolved mysteries. The other night I was watching it, and this is in Kentucky. I forget what city it was, but they have four murders within like a 5-year period that are unsolved.
Wow.
Yeah.
Killed. There was two girls, and then another person. Maybe it was 5 people. Yeah. But I mean, why would you have that many unsolved mysteries? I'm wondering if it's the same person.
Well,
they were kind of.
I think the same thing about your hometown, though.
They're not together.
You hear me? I think I think the same exact thing about your hometown, though. Like Oxford is a very strange freaking town. It really is.
Yeah.
It's like one of those overlooked freaking towns that paranormal people just don't know about. Like,
see, that gives me the break will give me time to do some more research on some things going on with that I've been meaning to do since this series began, but I didn't have any time. But I'll go into that next week. Again, that's not
Oh, okay.
That's all I'm gonna say. I don't
No,
I
like
don't want to
Dave.
give any goodies away. So
Dave, have you ever heard of Taman?
Of who?
Taman, this guy Taman that Summer's talking about.
No, I've never, no.
Ron,
Ron Taman.
well, if you look him up, he'll come right up because it was on Unsolved Mysteries. You know, when Robert Stack was on there a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
There was a student that disappeared, and nobody's ever found him, and nobody ever knows. There's nothing. Nobody.
Yeah.
No, just really odd circumstances at Miami from Fisher Hall.
Huh.
So
And
that was kind of strange.
I did 7 years as a forensic photographer in New Jersey at a prosecutor's office, and we had some gruesome
Well, I
stuff.
bet you that
But
I'd say.
we always we always solved everything. I mean, it was just because the guys were good that I
Yeah.
worked with, and I was just all taking care of the evidence and the fact findings and what we used to do. I used to go up in helicopters and shoot it, photograph with infrared, or go into the invisible spectrum, and that was before CSI stuff on TV. You know, it doesn't happen that quick. It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, CSI wrapped
Well, with this-
everything up in a neat. They wrap everything up in a neat little episode that's an hour long or so.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it takes like 6 weeks to get a DNA test back, and they do it in 6 seconds. You know.
yeah. Well,
I think.
Yeah. Well, they have to condense everything down to make it a viewable show.
Yeah. It's acting. They're all acting.
no, that's magic. It's Hollywood magic.
Yeah, that's right. It's
It's
right.
like,
Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
you-
it's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Why does it take so long to get those?
Because they're all backed
It
up.
seems like it shouldn't take that long.
Yeah, but they're all backed up. When I
Yeah.
I used to do black and white pictures from for the FBI out of when they were bank robberies in Philadelphia, and I said, "What are you bringing the stuff over here for?" And the one guy, and there was a couple that came, two FBI agents, and they brought the film over, and they said because it takes like 2 months for if they send it to Washington D.C. and I can pop it out in like 4 hours. So that's the only reason they
Yeah,
were.
they got like
See,
this,
that's crazy.
they got a huge backlog of stuff that they got to dig through.
Yeah, and they're working with the whole
But
country.
there's
See,
criminals
they're
out there
dealing.
that you get off the street.
Yeah, they're dealing with the whole United States. We're just one little segment there, little area. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, but
you're
that's
just a corner of it.
nothing. Yeah, we were like a grain of sand on a beach.
See, now that
Yeah.
watch the show, they could get people off the streets if they could get this some of this forensic stuff done quicker. Because a lot
Yeah,
of times they'll go
well,
out
they
there
can.
with more people rape.
Well, one of the biggest problems is I guess I could say it. I don't care. Anyway, they don't hire the most competent people.
that's actually
yeah.
not bad. You're hitting that on the
Yeah.
nose.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
not competent. I had a piece of cardboard with that was soaked in from a murder scene on a knife stabbing, and when they brought it into me, and I thought, oh, cool, there's a fingerprint because the guy had slipped and he put his fingers down so he wouldn't fall all the way down, and I thought, wow, look at the fingerprints there. Well, then the stuff dried, and I was busy doing another project, and I tried to figure out a way to get the fingerprints to come back, and there was a guy in. Anyway, I went through this whole rigmarole with ultraviolet light and infrared spectrum, and I couldn't get it. So I went to the FBI. We sent the findings down. The FBI, so they could see. I watch television, okay, like everybody else, and sees movies, and I thought they were so competent down there. Well, I sent it out. Monday.
Yeah.
I sent it Monday, and it came back Friday. I had it back in the office on Friday, and they said we can't do anything that you haven't already done. And I'm thinking, what, are you kidding me? Well, here do you think? Yeah.
That's
So,
crazy.
So it's
Well,
No wonder they got so many cold cases out there.
absolutely, and that's the truth. That's why they have so many cold cases. Yeah.
Now, see, that's the kind of thing I
Yeah.
was thinking of too. Like, that's an avenue that we could talk about too, taking if you want to do that. I mean, because that's still mystery. It's Summer Todd's mystery show. It doesn't have to be
Yeah.
all paranormal.
Yeah, I mean, we've done like we've done we've done true crime stuff on here before, so yeah, it ties into that.
Yeah.
So we've done true crime, we've done conspiracy theories, we've done paranormal, supernatural. All it's
Yeah.
a mystery show, so it's all everything mystery.
Well, Summer
Yeah,
Todd's
right,
mysteries.
right.
Like,
the weird thing,
I think she's got a fan base too, because like, there's been a lot of people coming on here wanting just to see Summer Todd.
Yeah. Good. That's good. I think we got.
we
There's,
actually,
What,
Yeah.
tonight or just in general?
In general, she does really good on the thing.
Okay.
you got 45 people
She gets like 200.
Hmm.
logged in, right?
Yeah, she gets like
Yeah,
200
I see
views.
that.
She gets anywhere between like 200 to 300 views an episode. Ultimately, I mean, so it's as a series, it's done very, very well.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and the live
Yeah.
streams like get 50 or 60 views like we're getting right now.
Yeah.
So that's that's very it's done great.
Mm.
So the break will give
well,
us
we
time
can
to.
revisit Miami University. You know, we can revisit that whole thing. There's a lot of mysteries and things that we haven't even talked about with that. That's where we kind of started.
Mhm.
with
Well,
Miami
Taman,
University.
Oh, you haven't even.
Ron Taman is one that I'd like to talk about because, like, there's that one woman who kept talking about he may have been involved with MK Ultra and shit. That's
Oh wow.
yeah, that's some crazy stuff. And
Yeah.
then there was a professor, a scientist that was involved in Oxford University, or no, it was the hospital that was there in between the university and
Oh, yeah, Fisher Hall.
yeah, in Fisher Hall.
Fisher,
Yeah.
Fisher, Sanitarium.
She goes even further to say that he was associated with freaking experiments through the government,
Oh wow. Wow.
and it's really strange.
Huh.
I mean, every time
But
I
universities always have a lot of weird stuff going on.
every time I try to research something about this university, it's like a rabbit hole. It just keeps getting deeper and deeper and deeper.
Yep. It really is an interesting
Yeah,
place.
you could do.
But you know what?
It's almost like you could do an entire series about the university in and of itself.
Well, we have actually. We've come pretty close. I think we've done what 4 episodes of it.
Wow.
Yeah, like the first 6 episodes was like a mini series within this series.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I was
Well,
really
and there's so many murders that have happened up there, right?
Yeah.
We talked
Mhm.
about like the girl that got killed by her boyfriend. There's a couple of those, and then there was that Rhett Depew who killed the family, and I mean, there's a lot of crime up there, not just related to the students. It's it's just strange.
well,
but-
even the ones with the students.
Yeah.
They're weird because like the thing about these murders is they freaking turn around and they happen. It's usually involving the students. That guy got away scot free. They literally did, and then the cops turn around and they talk to the media and they say to them, "Well, we're not used to having all these murders and everything. This is just a small town." And when you do the research, you find out they're getting murders every freaking year, dude, or every other year. I mean,
Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely.
But the university suppresses those. They don't like bad
Correct.
publicity. Like you probably, I don't know if you've heard this, Austin, but since Gerald watches basketball a lot, there was a coach and she was having an affair with one of her players, and last year they let her go. But you don't hear anything about that.
No,
And
Miami.
now she thinks coaching. Yeah, I don't think she's coaching anymore because she can't find a job. But yeah, not in coaching anyway. But yeah, and they just
Yeah, Miami.
Yeah, like they said, Miami, instead of protecting their players, just sweep things under the rug.
Huh. Wow.
Yeah, they don't care.
Well, then it went deeper. You had those two women that tried to research it or investigate it, and they were just journalists. The entire freaking county just literally turned their backs on them. Wouldn't give them
Really?
wouldn't give them assistance, nothing.
Wow.
But that wasn't, I don't think it was the boyfriend. He got away, but it's unsolved because they never did find her killer. I think it was who she worked with or something. But yeah, this at that time it actually happened in an apartment I lived in. It's behind there. The girl found dead, but yeah. But you know what was weird? I was going to talk about that. It seems like in Middletown we keep seeing people that look like people that we know. It's so strange.
Yeah, you brought that up last week. Yeah. Yeah, you brought that up last week.
Well, yeah. Yesterday I was with my boyfriend. He thought he saw Austin. And I told him, I said, I think there's really somebody in town that looks like Austin, but I don't think he's off work yet. He said, I know that was him. I said, no, he's off work that early.
It's that doppelganger thing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like, you remember your story, Summer. You remember your story about the cornfield,
Yeah.
right? The guy stepping out of the cornfield and he looked like freaking
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell him. I think you should tell him. Go ahead and say it.
Oh, what? Oh, you want me to tell that story again?
Yeah, tell the story. It's pretty
I thought
interesting.
David heard it. Did he not?
No, that was the other one. This one he hasn't heard, I'm pretty sure.
No, I didn't hear anything about a cornfield.
The one about the Huey Lewis guy?
Yes, Huey.
Yep, that's the one.
That's the one. You haven't heard
the
about
one.
Huey Lewis yet. This is the weird shit right here. Go ahead this summer, tell them.
So, well, Austin and his sister grew up out in a big farmhouse. You know, my husband passed away, but we had this huge farmhouse. It was beautiful. And it basically was in the middle of a big, huge cornfield. And the farmers he sold the house in an acre, and we were on the old farm. So we had like 3 dogs, and I would, like, Austin and I a lot of times would, or just me, I would take them out to walk them at night. And, you know, we're out on this country road, only has about 5 houses, not a lot of traffic, so I wouldn't put them on leashes. They knew to kind of stay with me and stay off the road. So one night, Austin and I were taking them out, and it was getting dark, but it was kind of like dusk, so you could still see a little bit. So we're taking the dogs out, and we have this huge dog. He was like a Mastiff Chow mix or something. And he could be intimidating, but he never bit anybody, but he was pretty protective. So we were walking off of our driveway out onto the road, and we got like a little medium-sized dog and a small dog, I think, at that time. So the dogs ran up into the field, and there's like corn and stuff, and they were barking and carrying, you know. So we thought that they saw like we thought there was a raccoon or something, and the poor thing they were just going to kill it, but they were really making a ruckus. So, you know, we're starting to walk up there to try to see what's going on with them, and this guy comes out of the cornfield, and I swear to goodness, it's so funny, you'll probably laugh, but he looked like he had the acid wash jacket on, or the acid wash jeans and a jacket that was like a bomber jacket. And he looked like his hair was like a Huey Lewis style, but it wasn't. It was after that. It was probably, what year do you think that was, Austin? Past that time, you know?
That was like 2002 or 3. No, it wasn't.
Maybe in
the 80s.
2005, yeah, or something. So,
Yeah, he was way outdated.
in the world, so
Yeah.
no cars around or anything, so this guy just comes, and the strange thing is our dogs were all running around. He walks out on the road, the dogs were running around him. He's got this big, huge dog barking at him, and we never heard him scream or exclaim or, you know, just make any noise, because you think he would, right?
Yeah.
And so we're thinking right away that he's acting strange. So I told Austin, I said, get back to the house. But then he was walking towards us, and he was walking real fast. And Austin just said hey to him, and he just kept walking. And I was yelling at the dogs. They were still barking at him. None of them were biting, and they were just trying to chase him away, you know. But I got them settled. I started walking the house. They came with me, and he was walking on up the road. And then he I didn't see where he went. There's like a bridge up there, but we wanted to get back in the house because he was acting so strange. We thought, oh my goodness, he must be on drugs or something not to have said nothing or screamed when those dogs came up in that field and he was walking through it. So we were freaked out. And, but we always laughed, like, because afterwards it was like he wasn't really alive, you know. It was like maybe he was a ghost or something.
Huh.
We don't know. Anyway, I called the police, but they never come out. They was out in the, you know, we were on a county country, and you know, I don't think they.
Yeah, I double checked on that too.
He looked like he went down the road, but I can't figure out what he was doing out there. We can't figure it out. And where he would have come from, or why he would have been out there.
Let me also
just the
point
way
something
he was
out.
acting.
Hey, let me point something out too. She did not tell the police officer that it looked like Huey Lewis and anything of that
Okay.
nature. just to clear that, I had to ask that question when she
No.
told me.
Yeah.
Because if she would have done that, I
I told the police officer.
go ahead.
Oh, I always tell the police officer that we're in Preble County because that's what they'd always ask. And the few times that we lived out there about 30 years, anytime I ever called them was like, they were always like, where are you, Butler or Preble? And I'd say Preble, and they were like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, I've lived out here 30 years. I'm right, the sign's right up the road. I'm in Preble County.
Yeah.
But they never wanted to come out because they were pretty far away, you know, because we were on that county line.
Yeah.
So we were pretty much on our own. But we didn't see, the police never came out and talked to me that night. And we never saw him or where he went. But
Huh.
we just couldn't, we just looked back on that. And it was almost like he did have a weird color to him. I don't know. It just seems surreal to me, maybe.
Well,
That
you,
this
you've
guy's
alre-
just...
you've already heard my take on it. Like a lot of these things that are going on with you, I really think that it's more than just paranormal and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because like you've got to take into consideration what you said already about your daughter and what happens with her, and then like when the whole thing with Oxford University, that goes all the way back to your mom, doesn't it? Summer.
Yeah. Right.
You know.
You saw something. Yeah.
Your mom actually was the
Oh.
first one to see something at Oxford University, and then you started working there, and then all the weird stuff that's happened to you, you know.
It's weird.
Uh,
Oh, I was so that's the story, David. It was pretty weird, and we always
Yeah.
laugh about it because, I mean, he looked
Huey
like he
Lewis.
stepped off the stage. He had the mullet, you know, the age.
Oh, yeah.
I
I tried my best not to laugh at that, dude. I did. I was like trying to be all
Yeah.
professional and shit, and she starts talking
Yeah.
about Huey Lewis in the news. I'm like, are you fucking serious, dude?
He didn't try to sell you a newspaper or anything.
he did.
Yeah.
That's the weird part is he never did say anything.
He didn't say a word.
And also, if you saw this dog, you would,
Yeah.
I mean, if this dog would, in the middle of the day, anywhere,
Yeah.
if this dog came at you barking like he did, if
Oh,
he was
yeah.
like, he'd sound like he was a barrel. He would weigh about 100
Oh,
pounds.
my gosh. It
You
almost
would,
sounds-
you would at least say, oh no, or something, wouldn't you?
It sounds
Yeah,
like it sounds like it was similar to the Field of Dreams where the ball players would come out of the
Mhm.
cornfield.
That's exactly what I was thinking of whenever she was telling it.
That was kind of like that, and it was like it was out of the same time period, roughly.
Well, and
Wow.
the highway up the street from us, there's a highway if you went, how many miles, Austin? Maybe 3 miles or something
Oh.
to the highway there, 503.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How many?
Well,
And there was a
Couple
lot of accidents up there, a lot.
Oh.
It's one of those old country highways, and
Mm-hmm.
there was a curve, and a lot of people would have accidents, and there was some fatalities around there. So maybe if you believe in spirits, that
Yeah.
maybe it was somebody that had got.
From an accident, quite possible.
Well, even in the field of dreams, though,
It
that's
really-
kind of iffy too, because you can't really tell if that's something paranormal or if it was some kind of manifestation. You know what I mean? Even
Yeah.
that whole movie was really, really strange.
It was.
You know,
Yeah, it was.
I mean, you could.
Well, the road we lived on looked like the Children of the Corn, like in the fall. I
Oh,
got
God.
some really spooky pictures I need to send you. Like you come
Yeah.
down the road and there's just this corn on both sides, and it's just really an old country back road, and it's beautiful, but it's scary, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
speaking of that, remember the story? I don't know if I told you this one, Roger. I think I did, though. Of the kid at the ball field that played. My brother coached him.
I haven't heard it.
know,
I haven't heard it.
My
You probably
brother
have,
coached the
but you
ball
might
team,
forget.
and
I don't know.
Yeah, my brother coached a ball team, and the kids, I want to say they were pretty young, between
Uh-huh.
maybe 10 and 12. And there was this doctor, and his son played on the field, and my nephew was saying that he kept acting, for a few weeks, he was acting like he was seeing something. He was saying he was seeing angels or something, and they were just like thinking he was kind of goofy, so they didn't pay much attention to it. So anyway, the last game of the season, the doctor worked in Oxford, of course. It was, he worked in Oxford, and he was going to pick his son up at one of the players' houses. So they, whoever house it was, they were going to take his son home, and they did. So, but they had this pickup truck, and it had a thing over the back, like a camper shell or something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they didn't live too far from the ball field, and they weren't being very safe. But I think there was, I don't know how many people's in that car, maybe 5. But I think they put 3 kids in the back, and one of them was Dr. Hinton's son. And then there was some people in the front. And what they did, and if you've ever been around here and seen some of the old farms, you'll go up like a hill, and there's a railroad track, and there's no lights. And you go up over the hill, and it goes into a driveway, to a farmhouse. So that's kind of what they were doing. They came out of the little town, and they drove over to the, over to the train tracks. And for some reason, the train was coming. I guess they thought they had time. So they pulled the truck up over there, and they got hit.
Yeah, I've heard this one.
And
Oh God.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
so,
Yeah.
Amazingly, I think 3 people survived in that. But
Yeah.
there was 2 boys, I know, at least, that were killed, and it was the one that said he was seeing, so it was really strange. And him, they brought him into the hospital, and his dad was there.
Hmm.
He was he was working.
Oh no.
And and it was a nightmare, because they care flighted him in, and I mean,
That's rough.
and it wasn't too far from it, but they got him in there, and so his dad had to make the decision, I think it was the next morning, whether to take his son off life support, and he did. And then some of the body parts, or the organs and stuff, and bones, even ribs or something, helped some of the other people in that accident. They lived. So, but the weird part was, and like, my nephew was always freaked out about it a lot, and my brother too. My brother heard him. He was the coach. He said, "I swear I've never seen nothing like it." He said he would say like he was seeing weird things and stuff, but he wouldn't act scared about it.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, then that happened, and he said, it just amazes me. I always think about him. So that was pretty weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the boy
I don't know
itself?
if it's a premonition.
Yeah. Have you ever seen him, Summer? Have you ever seen the young man
What?
since he's passed on?
No, well, he died. Yeah, the one.
Yeah, but has he come has he come to visit you? Is what I'm saying.
Oh, not me.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I
Yeah,
didn't know him. And
she doesn't know him too well.
Brother.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
No, with Summer, her things are really, they're really strange. They're not like well, I don't know, the best way I could explain it is like freaking she'll be sitting in her kitchen and stuff, and all of a sudden weird shit'll happen, like freaking cabinets will open up and she'll hear somebody in the next room that's not there.
Yeah.
You know, things of that. She says it better than I do, but like.
Well, I didn't.
Then she hears.
I didn't have the cabinet in my house, but it was my sister.
Yeah, her sister is even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, her sister is even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was. I think she was a haunted person.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But that kind of to what the Middletown thing where we see people that look like other people that we know.
Mhm.
I was working out the other night and Austin's what is he to you? Like he's your stepson, isn't he? It's funny, Kevin. Austin.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
So he,
Yeah, I can hear you.
well, so Austin's married to an older lady, and her son's almost the same age as Austin. So
Okay.
his name's Kevin, and so I was working out, and I saw this guy, and Kevin does come to the Y sometimes to work out. So I thought it was Kevin, but then I noticed the guy was cleaning up the place and sweeping and doing stuff like that. And I was like,
Jeez.
well, it looks just like Kevin. And so I texted Austin. I said, "Is Kevin like working part time at the Y?" And of course, he didn't get the text and didn't answer me. So I was gonna go over and talk to the guy, and then he went down the hall, and and so I went back into the locker room because I had to get home anyway. And I thought, well, maybe he's doing something there. He had talked about coaching some boys basketball there, so I thought maybe he's working there a couple nights or something. So. Then then when Austin answered me, he's like, "No, Kevin's not even been over there." So it's so strange. I mean, to the point, I was pretty close to him. It looks so much like him. So I don't know what that is in this town. Like,
See,
to see people
I
that
don't.
look like other people.
That's what I'm saying, though. I'm not sure that when you talk like about that kind of situation, I think that would most likely be something that you're able to do. Like that really does sound like something that you would be able to do rather than it happening all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Well,
and it happens.
Yeah,
It happens a few other times, like the cornfield with the guy that looked like Huey Lewis.
but my boyfriend yesterday swore he saw Austin.
I'm not saying he couldn't see it. Maybe you're causing it to where other people can see it too. It's, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
possible.
because
What exactly do you think is happening,
like she's
Roger?
she's projecting.
Maybe it is alien.
No, it could be a projection. Like you're actually causing something to appear in form. You know what I'm saying? Because like
She's manifesting.
yeah, manifesting. That's the word I was thinking of. Like, because Huey,
Oh, really?
yeah, Huey Lewis just steps out of a cornfield, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not normal.
That's not.
It's not every day you see Huey Lewis just step out of a cornfield, especially in the 2000s.
Right,
And
and
he's not from Ohio either, is he? I don't know
Yeah.
where he's from.
No.
and I know Summer enough now to where I can understand why she would see Huey Lewis. She's an interesting female.
But Austin, I kind of think he had a weird glow to him.
Yeah,
There was something weird about him.
you did mention that.
He'll,
What is he doing?
Yellow. He almost sort of like a yellow aura of some sort around him,
Yeah.
for lack of a better description. Which I thought I found
think back.
really.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Wow, that's cool.
but
I mean, that's you're Summer, you're really special to be able to see people like this. I mean, to me, that's a special trait.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah,
I think
it's
they're just
different.
regular people.
Yeah.
Like I told Roger, I don't think I've ever really seen a ghost. I did see a shadow person, but I don't know that I've ever seen a ghost because or maybe they take the form of us.
Yeah.
Now, see, with
So you think they're just part of the human?
I think
What?
I think it's well, supernatural is how I categorize it. A lot of people don't like saying
Yeah.
it. Like, it's not paranormal. Like, you're not seeing ghosts. You're seeing something that's supernatural that you're producing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Somebody in the physical.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. As Austin said, a manifestation. Yeah, a real person
Yeah.
walking. Or was actually doing work. He was cleaning, right? He was cleaning up.
Yeah,
Wow.
manifested him.
Yeah, that's
Now,
amazing.
now speaking of doppelgangers, I don't know if you saw this, Roger, but old John posted a real creepy picture today on over on Discord. Somebody a Facebook group he was on posted a picture of their brother not too long before they passed, and they were trying to edit the photo,
Mm-hmm.
and this really creepy looking figure with a contorted expression on his face appeared after they edited the photo. And I told John I thought it was like a doppelganger of the person. You could show David that and see what he thinks, because me and old John, we really don't know what we thought it was. My best guess is maybe it was this guy's doppelganger before he passed, but that was my take on it. Yeah, it was really interesting.
But he looked creepy. It looks really creepy, and his face was kind of messed up, though. So
Yeah,
if it
he
was a doppelganger, a little odd.
Yeah.
only said that because I thought that looked like that kid, but
Mhm.
just like like he had died or something. That was kind of what it looked like.
Wow.
You have to, but yeah, you have to take a look at that, Roger, if you didn't, because
Yeah.
it was pretty creepy.
Yeah, I'm
That-
looking at it
That was
now.
one of the. Okay, that was one of the creepiest images I think old John posted on there.
Yeah,
That really made my skin.
Yeah, it was pretty weird.
there we go.
Yeah, that was eerie. I don't know if you can show that to David, but
Let
You can
me.
put it in chat maybe, because I got chat.
Yeah.
I'm on chat.
Yeah.
I've got it in screen share, but I don't know if it's going to show what I have on there. But yeah.
Yeah.
Can you guys see the screen share?
No, I can't.
I've never been able to figure out how to use screen share properly on here, to be honest with you. Let me see. It's supposed to be sharing the screen, but it's not sharing the screen. Yeah, like, it drives me nuts. I'll keep working on it, try to get it going, but
Oh
I'm
yeah.
still stuck in that group.
Oh, I see it down here at the bottom, but I don't know if it's. Yeah, I don't know what that is. There's nothing there though, Roger. I see
Okay.
this. It says screen share, but I don't know how that works. I've
Yeah.
never.
Yeah, you probably push the button.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe click on it.
Well, if I
Maybe
hit,
click on it and see.
it says stop screen share if I click on it. So
Oh.
So-
Okay.
now
Maybe
let me see here. Okay, yeah. It disabled my video because the screen share is supposed to be on there. So,
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
so
Yeah, see, well, I'm interested to hear what David thinks of that too, because me and
Yeah,
John
yeah,
were pretty well stumped.
Yeah.
That was really bizarre. If you can see it, that is. I don't know if you can see it or not.
No, I can't see anything. I just see our little squares,
Okay.
and Austin, I got you in a horizontal position.
Yeah, I turned my phone on.
Oh, okay.
I turned my phone on its side because I'm gonna plug it into the charger in a minute.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if that. I don't know. I didn't know it affected my position from where you
Yeah, it does.
were at.
But that's fine.
Okay.
And then you're still up here in a little square, and you're still doing audio, so which is fine. Yeah. Either way.
Yeah, it's still
At least you
working.
have
So
audio.
that's all that matters to me.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's interesting. I was
All I
looking
can
at
see
it.
is my little square.
Yeah, there'll be plenty to
But yeah,
there'll be plenty to talk
Did
about.
anybody ever hear from Nancy?
no, nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
Yeah, maybe she wasn't online today for.
It's all right. We've got enough for a good episode. We actually were talking about some stuff. Now, what's your take on doppelgangers, David? That'd be a good thing to add in here on this thing.
Yeah, I'm just not that familiar with it. I don't have anything on it. Seriously, I just don't have anything. I can't even.
No, I never really ever thought about that either.
No, no,
Let's see.
no. I just. But I will say, if you don't mind, and I'll try to keep it succinct. I was well, my wife was still alive, so it was probably about 8 or 9 years, no, 10 years ago, and I was leaving the house, and I went down to I got to drive down the dirt lane to get to the highway, and I look to the right, and I see about a quarter mile up, I see cops all over the place in a tractor and trailer, a tanker truck, and it was like 4:15 in the morning. And then I didn't know what was going on. I saw somebody laying in. I drove down a little bit to see. I put my headlights on because there was a body laying on the double yellow lines on a curve, and they had a blanket over it. And I just turned around because I had to get it. And then I saw this car not too far past my lane, and I didn't think anything about it. But I found out later. This is really weird. This is strange. I'm heading out, and I'm leaving, and we didn't have cell phones, so maybe it was even longer. Maybe it was 25 years ago. Maybe it was a long time ago. We didn't
Yeah.
have cell phones, and at least I didn't have a cell phone. But anyway, my wife was still sleeping, and she thought she went and woke up, and she says, "David, is that you?" And of course, I wasn't here. I was already on the road. I've been on the road for like 20 minutes, and I'm driving. And here we found out later that the only thing that we can figure is that this guy he had an accident close to our lane, and then he was drunk. He was a young man, he was like 20 or 21 years old. He was drunk, and he crashed into the trees, and he survived. And he was walking down the double yellow lines at like 4 o'clock in the morning. And this milk truck came running around the corner and ran over the guy, killed him. And that's
Oh my God! So he
yeah,
survived the accident. And then,
yeah, and that's the only
He
thing.
survived the car wreck just to get killed by a milk truck.
Yeah, he got killed. He was laying. That was the body that I saw with the blanket over it, laying on the double yellow line. But apparently his spirit went through my house and through my bedroom, and out and she said, "Who are you?" And the thing and the person, she could notice as a young man, and because he had somewhat of a glow to him, and just kept right on walking right through the wall and was going east. And then that's when we put it all
Wow.
together that it must have been this kid who was run over. My wife was pretty sensitive also at when she was
That
alive.
sounds kind of like that. That
But
sounds
you
kind of like
got-
that Huey look.
Yeah, in the cornfield.
Yeah,
Same
that's-
thing. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, that could have been. But you guys checked.
Wow.
But didn't you check for accidents in your area that somebody had died or not died?
Well, it's
Did
so
we?
hard out there. I mean, we never did. I mean, because it's hard to find anything about, like, a lot of times we see accidents and then you never see anything in the paper about them. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
Is there like a way we can check? Is there like a way we can check on the records of accidents that happened out there with like pictures of the people who were in them,
I
or
never had.
Well,
is there a way?
you could check a
Because
newspaper,
I know,
historical archives of
okay,
a
like,
newspaper, a local paper.
yeah, well, I guess the Register Herald was the big one out where we used to live. That might be one place to look.
Yeah, yeah, and
Say,
That
they
might
report.
take a little.
they might even have a picture of the person who that you saw in the obituary.
Right.
column.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's kind of what I'd like to.
that's cool. That's a cool thing. Yeah. Wow.
That's kind of what I'd like to find out, but I just don't know where to
It was a
look.
ghost.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if that local newspaper has everything online or not, but you could always, if you're in the area, you can always call them and ask how far they go back, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, I never really thought
yeah,
about
they
it
may even have a website
from
too.
the highway
Mm-hmm.
until recently. So yeah, that would probably. I don't know though. It's so hard. Even like in recent, there's some that you don't even see half of them. And you can't find them on the police reports. It's really hard to look them up.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's I don't know if it's because it's out here in a rural area or if there's
Yeah.
just a lot of accidents in this area.
Well, they don't have the
Probably
money,
not help.
and they don't have the money for all
What?
the equipment like you see on TV where they do it instantly. That just doesn't happen. That just does not happen.
No, they make it look on TV like it's all seamless and perfect, and
Yeah.
it's not. It's a much more daunting process than CSI and NCIS makes it look like.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. 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 It takes time. You have no idea how, well, you do. You probably know how long it takes for anything to get to court. It's a nightmare.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. It takes forever for it to get to court, and then it takes forever for it to get through court
Yeah. Well, look at the,
once
Look
it's
at-
there.
are you guys following that, or every once in a while I look at it on when they're publicizing it on one of the news sites on a computer where that kid killed all those people out in Idaho at the college.
Oh,
I
yeah.
talked about that.
Yeah, and that thing still hasn't
Yeah,
gone to trial, from what I understand. It's been over a
Moscow.
year or 2 years or something. It's still a mess.
Now,
Yeah, there's still a bunch of red tape going on surrounding it.
Yeah, for some reason it just won't come.
Well, that's because didn't he did that. His lawyer did it, said they wanted it. So I don't know why they wanted to do that, but that was part of it. I saw that. It's like they decided not to go to trial for a while, and I'm
Oh.
not sure why. I'm sure it's beneficial to him in some way.
Yeah.
I really don't think, and I listened to an interview with the dad. The dad's really worried, and I think he should be, that there's really not enough evidence to really tie him down. A jury trial, anything can happen.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. Wow.
All they have is like there's one little, I think there was they said that there was a knife, the sheath, and there's some of his blood, like one drop or something. But there was a lot of students in and out of that house partying, and the girl, she's not sure. The one girl said she saw him, but it was dark. So all she could say is he had dark hair, she thought, and bushy eyebrows. So
Oh, the girl who survived. Yeah.
yeah, so that's going to be an interesting case for sure. I mean, I hope if they do find him guilty, he is the one that did it. I mean, I was watching it and I'm like, if I was on the jury, with what they had so far, I'd be a little bit concerned about putting him on death row or putting him in prison if that's all they have.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. And why would he do that? It doesn't seem like he was really tied to them in any way.
Well, that wasn't he?
You know,
Didn't he take? He took classes to be to learn how to do it or to be a prosecutor or something. I think he did some
I
kind of
think it was in the forensics or something, and then
yeah
they said he had looked up how to do a perfect crime, but that
yeah
really, I mean,
right
that could
exactly
be related to the classes. I
yeah
don't know.
yeah I don't think
Yeah, I mean
But it's
yeah
that alone's not enough
definitely
evidence to
awful case.
directly connect him.
mm, no
Well,
no
and you know what bothers me a lot, and the dad was pretty mad about it. The family was of one of the girls. They already tore that house down, and there could have been some evidence
What?
in there still.
They tore the house down?
because
I did-
because the
Yeah.
university-
I didn't know that. I didn't read that. Oh my God, that's evidence.
Well, it doesn't surprise me. Working for a university, they said the police got all the evidence they needed out of it, and the university was pushing them because they didn't like how it was making people scared of their campus. So
Yeah.
they actually decided to tear it down, but the family's really upset because they're like, well, what if they needed to go back when this trial starts and look in that house? But they were like, well, it was crime. They went through the crime scene, supposedly they have everything they need. But that's, but that's the university for you because they didn't want it was
Bad
pretty
publicity.
creepy.
Yeah, they didn't want bad publicity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think people were going in and trying to get in the house because, it's been a murder scene in there. People were just acting goofy.
See what I'm saying? Like, summer is just a ball full of fun, dude. Like,
Yeah.
you just sit and have a conversation with her, and like, I mean, this is the stuff I'm talking about. It's like the coolest thing. Freaking, I think the best thing ever happened to me was meeting Summer, dude. She's something else.
Oh, good for you.
Like, her and Bob Dub. Have you had a chance to hang out with Bob Dub yet, David?
No, I don't even know who that is.
Freaking, Mark calls her, Joni.
Oh,
Like
Really?
Mark Caller that.
She seems like a lot of
Bob Dub is an amazing person. She loves to go by different names. That's all I can say.
is this the girl that lives in New Zealand or something?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
She,
Yeah, she's went by the name Bobby Wessex.
Yeah.
yeah.
Then she had Golo or something last week. I think it was. Yeah. I don't know what it was.
But
Yeah.
she's
Went by the name Bobby Wessex and Bob Dub and a
Oh.
couple other aliases.
yeah.
Okay.
She did
Well,
a.
there's no-
It's hard to face with her because we're on different time frames.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. They're ahead of us. It's like 12 hours or 14.
Yeah, they're like a day ahead or something.
Yeah.
Well, I
14
did
hours. I think.
Yeah,
I did something pretty cool with her though.
they're asleep when we're. Huh?
I did something pretty cool with her here recently. Mine's Gaming wanted me to write a script, so I did a script on alien anal probing. It was like the coolest freaking thing I've ever done, dude. Like, you know how cool it is to write a script about anal probing? That's like the funnest thing I've done.
That's weird.
It really.
I've never heard of anything like that.
Oh, no.
I didn't even know you did that.
Yeah, I did it. It's on it's for Minds Gaming off of Minds.com. He does he does a thing on there called Minds Underground. And he's got a video series called what was it, Mike's Apartment, and Dude, Where's My Wallet? So he lets people write scripts for him, and I introduced an alien that wanted to abduct him and anally probe him. So
Well, I'm gonna get off of here. I think it's getting.
Well, just let me give you a little spoiler, okay? It involved a med lab,
Yeah.
a table, and 2 handles.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Hold on.
okay.
Well-
Are you done?
Well, so,
Is that what you're saying? You're,
yeah, like I said, she seems like a lot of fun, but I haven't talked to her much because, like I said, with that time change.
Yeah, the time zone difference is big.
yeah.
I need to ask Bob Dub if she knows that one band in New Zealand that I've been trying to get to your music series, Roger. I need to ask her about that.
What's the name of it?
She might know him. What, the name of the band
Yeah.
that I'm trying to get on there?
Yeah.
Tripsville
Tripsville.
with a Z.
Yeah.
Tripsville.
Okay.
Tripsville with a Z.
I could probably ask her.
I could send.
She's,
I might try to send a link to their YouTube channel for you to check out their music, but I can't get a. I mean, I talk to them through comments on YouTube
Well,
and
hold on.
whatever.
let me
I can't get a.
let me talk to Bob Dub. She loves me to death. You know how it is with my
I know
sex,
she does.
my sexy, alluring voice. It just women love it. She just wants me to keep talking, and I'm fine with listening to her because she talks with that Australian accent. She goes, Roger, Roger. She goes, oh Roger, you fancy pants. I love that.
Fancy pants.
And she says it just like that. She goes, you fancy pants. So
She could have been a professional narrator, actually.
yeah, I know.
I think she missed the falling with that.
Mhm.
She could have been a professional narrator. You should have her do some of the campfire stories things if she has any creepy stories to tell.
Oh,
That'd be good.
she-
Yeah, with that accent.
she's afraid
Yeah.
of scary stuff.
That'd
Like
be-
that's the reason why she won't come on here because she's afraid of scary stuff, like paranormal stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Like,
gives her the
I thought she
weebie-jeebies.
was interested in all that. I
She,
thought she was interested in all that stuff.
no, she's into stuff like duality and philosophy and stuff like that. Like, you start
Oh, okay.
getting
But she
into
don't-
yeah, you start getting into that other stuff. She gets nervous.
like the true crime stuff and conspiracy theories and the paranormal that we talk about scares her.
I was able to
Okay.
get
That makes sense.
I was able to get her to come on to some shows with me and Otto Excelsior about Shakespeare and like the Shakespeare theory, where people think that it was Francis Bacon who wrote all of it, and she was able to do that with me, but she's not really too much into the conspiracy theory either. That's kind of scary for her too.
I can see that. Some of that stuff can freak you out if you start getting too deep into it.
I'm more worried about open sourcers. You know what I mean? People who are obsessed with open source drive me freaking nuts. They're worse than any conspiracy theorist there is on the face of this planet, dude.
What is it?
People who are obsessed with open
Yeah,
source.
Now, what is open source exactly?
Open source is some like anybody could use open source. They're not like if you go on and use something from Microsoft, you have to freaking pay for it and shit like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Or if, like you go on to Windows or you do like Skype here, this isn't open source. But when you go on to open source stuff like Jitsi is an open source program where people just write the programming and it's free for everybody to use. OBS. I use OBS as an encoder. I could use that, which is open source, or I could use XSplit, which you have to pay for.
Now, what are the people who are obsessed with open source? Are they like Mr. Robot, where they think the feds are on certain platforms, so they don't they avoid those platforms?
Yeah.
The open source ones are okay, even though the feds might be on those too.
Yeah.
So I remember he was. Some people won't use Skype.
They think that they're.
He's one of them.
They think the CIA is listening in and watching them, and then people are like stealing their data, and I'm like, dude, seriously, you don't think your data is getting stolen?
That's right. Everything goes through the NSA.
Yeah.
Everything goes through the NSA. Everything.
You know, if
Yeah.
if you're on open source, trust me, they're hitting you first. They are, dude. I mean, think about it. Who are you going to go after first? Are you going to go after somebody who's using Microsoft or somebody who constantly uses open source?
Yeah, they're going to. That's the thing. The feds are on everything. You're not getting around that. So it's like saying I'm not going to use this platform because the feds are on, as opposed to this other platform. The feds are everywhere.
Yeah.
You know?
But I ended up getting I ended up getting frustrated on chat yesterday because of it. Like, everybody's all upset because I'm using freaking Skype instead of using freaking some kind of open source VoIP, and I'm like, dude, you know, the thing of it is I like quality videos. You know what I mean? Once these open source people can come up with something that has quality, then I'll be able to pay attention to it. But I'm tired of freaking getting on these VoIPs and they keep crashing. You know.
Yeah.
Now, granted,
that's an issue.
Granted, I do have issues with Skype. I had to work on the audio and stuff, but it's working now, right? I mean, you guys can hear me fine, right?
Oh yeah, all night. Yeah, the whole time.
Yeah.
You know, but I got that taken care of. Discord's a pain in the butt sometimes, but I have no problem with Discord whatsoever. I would use Facebook, but I just don't like them. I hate Facebook with a passion, and it's not because of the platform, really. It's because of people I've known in my past, like people I grew up with annoy the shit out of me, and I don't want to hear them.
Gotcha. I know what you mean.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. But like, I don't want to hear, you know, I don't want to hear like certain people freaking say, "Oh, I miss my mom," when freaking I knew damn well they treated them like, you know, when I knew damn well they freaking never visited their mom when she was alive. So why the hell are they missing her so much now? You know, that kind of gets on my nerves.
So they're trying to get sympathy from people. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they do that stuff on there all the time. These are people freaking I know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I hear people saying that shit, I don't want to know.
Some of them probably regret it. I mean,
yeah. Well, I mean, if I have to hear that shit.
Yeah, then they got that.
He sounds drunk. Like your voice is making you sound drunk. Like literally when you speak, it's like.
Yeah, you see a lot of it.
Why is he in the middle of that? Why is he like in that thing? Like, awesome. Why are you?
He did that a while back.
Like it's like you're in grass, huh?
He did that a while ago. No, it's gone.
Now I can't hear it.
I shouldn't have talked.
I'm gonna get off of here.
I shouldn't have talked shit on those open sourcers. Somebody is mad at me because I started bad mouthing open source. See?
Oh yeah.
What? I'm,
That's funny, dude. I just love watching your video.
I'm still stuck in that. I didn't do anything. It just went into it. I don't know.
You sound so drunk, dude. That is cool as shit.
I don't know why you never got audio. So,
Yeah.
or not audio.
Yeah, that's who did it.
Are you guys seeing this and hearing it? Like he does. He's like sounds like he's drunk as shit. And,
I can't.
Mr. Robot probably.
yeah.
He's probably lurking in the background. He's mad because he knew you were referring to him about.
Oh, he knows it. He knows it.
Sorts or.
I swear to God, he knows it. Like
Have you talked to him recently, or is he?
yeah,
He
he.
dropped off the face of the earth.
I talked to him just a little while ago. He started posting a bunch of weird
Oh, I
shit.
do.
He started posting a bunch of weird shit about Adolf Hitler faked his own suicide and like he escaped to Argentina and stuff. So I went on there and I did the freaking
Yeah, I never saw you once.
did them. Okay, so we
You
better.
guys talking about me?
Oh, okay. We better get off of here before your mom has a freaking meltdown. She's like, I gotta go pee.
Yeah.
So you want to say bye on the
What?
show, Summer?
What if I talk really slow?
God, please don't say nothing anymore. I'm gonna bust up laughing.
What if I?
Yeah, I'm going to bail. Good talking to you, Austin and Roger. Thanks for
Same with you.
bringing me in. And maybe Austin will get out of this whatever he's in. He's in the black.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, he's somewhere, dude. That's some funny shit.
Somewhere. All right, you take care. We'll maybe talk to you on Wednesday night, Roger.
Sounds good, man. I'll be there. I'm pretty sure I will.
All right. Okay, take care. Enjoy the weekend.
You too.
Take care.
Bye bye. Like.